Well, Trump's victory is in, and global expectations are soaring. From tackling America's woke culture to resolving the Ukraine conflict, the world is placing big bets on the incoming 47th president. But hold on, it seems the Democrats and Biden team are on a revenge spree after their defeat. The war machine could be paused in no time, and so they are apparently determined to push everything past the point of no return, leaving only room for escalation. Let's know more. The Biden administration has now allowed Ukraine to deploy US manufactured weapons for deep strikes into Russian territory, and thanks to US, Kyiv is preparing to launch its first long range operations soon. Although the White House has not officially confirmed lifting the ban, multiple reports suggest Ukraine will granted the access to the Army Tactical Missile System, or the ATACMS. This comes as Zelensky had been pushing the US to allow ATACMS missile use in Russian territories, although US was dragging its feet earlier to approve this special request. And of course, why not? The threat of a retaliation from Putin is real. In September, Putin already approved revisions to Russia's nuclear doctrine, introducing new triggers for nuclear retaliation. We must account for today's dynamic military and political landscape, Putin emphasized, pointing to emerging military threats and risks facing Russia and our allies. Putin's proposed update stated that aggression against Russia by any non nuclear state with nuclear power, participation, or support would be treated as their joint attack on Russia. This clearly implicates Ukraine, a non nuclear state receiving aid from nuclear armed country. Furthermore, Putin specified that these changes explicitly define conditions for Russia's nuclear weapon deployment. We will consider this option upon receiving credible intelligence of massive air and space weapon launches crossing our borders, he elaborated. Russia left no room for ambiguity. If Ukraine launches attacks using NATO weapons, it would trigger an immediate nuclear response. Now, Biden is giving the green light to use these missiles, weapons capable of striking deep inside Russia and also on the capital itself. This is a dangerous escalation. So, why has Biden made this move now out of nowhere? The reason could be anyone's easy guess. Escalate the war to an extent that there remains no point of return. An anti war president will be delivered such a maze that he has no other option but to go all out against Russia. Why do we say so? Here is some more evidence. Just think. Why did the US suddenly rush to launch its new Polish airbase? A base that is precisely what Putin refers to as NATO's eastward push. Located near the Baltic shoreline, this base is in development since the 2000s, is viewed as a direct threat by Moscow. It is a well thought move to bind Trump to NATO and EU interests. NATO members are visibly shaken by Trump's victory, especially given his pledge to abandon the defense of nations not meeting their military spending targets. It appears that NATO is racing to constrain Trump before his inauguration. The EU and NATO have clear motives to maintain Ukraine's war effort. It keeps both Trump and Putin occupied. This is the reason why Joe Biden is hell-bent on keeping the fires of war raging. Ukraine will be the sacrificial pawn, and make no mistake, Zelensky won't think twice before striking Russia. This will all come at a devastating cost to Europe.